Chapter 6, Sri Sai Satcharita. The main stories of Chapter 6 are about the celebration of the Urs and the Ram Navami festivals. Then Dabholkar narrates about the renovation of the Masjid, when once Baba flew into a rage. At that time, the Sabha Mandap was being constructed. Baba held the pillar with one hand and Tatya's neck with the other. Then, shaking the pillar vigorously, uprooted it. Baba took off Tatya's feta, lit it and threw it into the pit. Then he took a rupee coin from his pocket and threw it also into the pit. A short while later, Baba became calm. Then he presented Tatya with a beautifully embroidered feta. I shall now talk about the Urs and Ram Navami festivals. Some little known facts about the Urs. Urus literally means the wedding with God or uniting of the soul with God at death, and it is an annual celebration. It started on Thursday, 16th March 1897 by the Circle Inspector of Kopargaon, Gopal Rao Gund. He had 3 wives but no children, and with Baba's blessings he got a son. So he wanted to venerate Baba as an awliya with wonderful powers. Baba's permission was sought and Baba gave his consent. However, the Kulkarni of the village opposed it, as the multitude of devotees would arrive in Shirdi, and he was concerned about the outbreak of cholera, as there was insufficient sources of water, as one of the wells had brackish water. So Baba threw some flowers in it and the water turned sweet. The other well had insufficient water, so Tatya Patil had to arrange to get water from a well situated further away by fixing moats to it. Thus the problem was solved and the official consent was obtained, and the festival was celebrated with great joy. The Sandal procession was started by Amir Shakkar of Korale on Friday, 7th April 1911, and as it was the Ram Navami that day, this festival was celebrated and is still being celebrated to this day. I often wondered how Urs was celebrated in Shirdi, as Baba was still alive. So I asked Pawar Kaka, who has written the Bhavatya Sai Satcharita. He told me that it was performed for those awliyas or peers who had attained the zenith of their spiritual powers and were still living, and they were honored and venerated by celebrating the Urs for them while still alive. These peers are known as Zindavalis. They have magnificent spiritual powers. Baba was supreme and much more than any Zindavali. Now the Urs is being celebrated by Ghanibai, a descendant of Abdul Baba, followed by the Sandal procession. The Sandal procession. Between 9 and 10 p.m., the Sandal procession takes place. The descendants of Abdul Baba perform this. It is a beautiful ceremony. A platter with sandalwood scrapings along with incense is taken in procession around the village to the accompaniment of musical instruments. The platter, the incense, and the gifts to be offered are carried under a canopy. The canopy consists of a galif or chadar, which is attached to 4 wooden poles. The galif is green in color with golden columns written or inscribed on it. On top of every post is a panja, a silver replica of the hand. The Sandal procession is to venerate the awliyas, the Muslim saints. It is described in chapter 6 of the Sri Sai Satcharita. At the Samadhi Mandir, gifts like the chadar, fruits, sweets are offered. The procession then goes to Abdul Baba's Dargah, and again the gifts are offered there. The procession ends in the Dwarka Mai, where sandalwood mixed with rose water and ittar are pasted on the nimbar with bare hands. Now, some little known facts about Baba and the festival of Ram Navami. Here are some points that are of interest. It was a Friday, the 7th of April 1911, that the festival of Ram Navami was celebrated. It was Krishna Rao Jageshwar Bhishma who proposed the idea of celebrating the Ram Navami festival as it fell on the same day as the Urus. Baba's permission was obtained, and it is being celebrated to this day in Shirdi. On that auspicious day, 2 ornamental flags were taken in procession. A beautiful flag was brought by Damu Anna Rasne and the other by Nana Sahib Nimonkar. With a great deal of merriment, the flags were taken in procession around the village and hoisted in the corners of the Dwarka Mai. A cradle was placed in the Dwarka Mai to celebrate the birth of Lord Sri Ram, and there were kirtans and bhajans throughout the day. The next day, Gopal Kala was performed and the festivities ended. However, Baba celebrated Ram Navami right from the early days of his stay in the Dwarka Mai. On that day, he washed the entire Dwarka Mai himself. At about 12 noon, he bought a little oil and a few lamps. From the rest of the money, he bought some gulal. Having done this, he put some on Dhuni Mai and then on his own head. Then he put some on each step leading to the Dwarka Mai and each and every corner, and finally applied some to the entrance. Later, when the devotees started flocking to Shirdi, they had Katha and Kirtan in the Sabha Mandap, followed by the birth of Lord Sri Ram, following which Baba distributed pedas and barfis. The above information was given in Shiladhi, written by Dr. Keshav B. Gavankar. Sai Baba and Lord Hanuman. For the upliftment of mankind and establishment of Dharma, as stated in the Gita by Lord Shri Krishna, who states clearly that he will reappear in various forms time and again for the upliftment of mankind. Baba's incarnation and earthly descent was for this very purpose. Baba on numerous occasions made references to his own former relationship with some of his devotees, including Abdul Baba and Bade Baba. Reference Shripada Srivallabh Charitra, chapter 18. In this chapter, Shankara Bhatt comes for darshan of Shripada with 2 men. Shripada, looking at them, tells Bhatt that these are not Brahmins as they eat beef. Then he goes on to tell them what a heinous act it is to kill cows. He goes on to say the terrible repercussions it has on people who eat beef. However, because they had darshan of him, they will come as Abdul Baba and Bade Baba when he manifests as Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi. Baba also tells Shama that he knows him for 72 generations and Nana Sahib Chandorkar for 4 generations. To prove the truth of this to the reader, in the scripture authored by Shankara Bhatt in the 13th century, on the life of Shripada Srivallabh in chapter 45. It is given how Baba manifested as Samartha Sadguru Sainath in Shiladi. Lord Shripada asked Lord Hanuman to manifest in the Kali Yuga as Samartha Sadguru Sai Baba. Hanuman, however, tells him that he will not come as an Amsh avatar because after finishing his mission on earth, he will merge with the root Tattvam. Then the Amsh avatar will not have any value. So, his avatar should not only remain with the root Tattvam but also have all the powers of that Tattvam. Shripada promises him, saying, "All the powers that I have will be in you, and we shall become one. I will merge with you when you are in the Sai form. I will announce clearly that I am there in you. You will become famous as my Samartha Sadguru avatar." Then Hanumanji says, "I will be your Amsh and behave as a Guru. But you are Lord Sri Dattatreya. Is it proper to have any difference between you and me? If I merge in you and you in me, there is Advaita. So please grant me Datta Sayujam." Then Shripada calls Kala Purush and says, "I have granted Sayujam to him. I am giving him Nath sound also. From today he shall be called Sainatha. I am declaring today as Datta Jayanti. You transfer the Chaitanya of Hanuman accordingly and make it Datta Swarupam." Hearing this, Lord Hanuman gladly accepts to manifest as Samartha Sadguru Sai Baba, and every cell of theirs becomes amalgamated into each other, and thus Samartha Sadguru Sainath manifests on Datta Jayanti in Shirdi. Therefore, is it little wonder that Baba celebrated Ram Navami from the very beginning of his stay in Shirdi? This clearly tells us about Baba's descent and his former relationship with his devotees. However, one aspect that is often overlooked is the similarities between Baba's life and Lord Hanuman, which we will now go deeper into in this talk. Baba demonstrated through various Leelas, incidents, guidance to devotees the following. Now, if it is understood by the scriptural references of Hanumanji's descent as stated in chapter 45, what are the signs devotees can look for in Baba's life to see this in action? Both deities were very simple in the way they lived. They wore no jewelry. Baba wore coarse manjar-pat kafni and Hanumanji wore ochre-colored dhoti. Both were celibate and practiced Akhanda Brahmacharya. Baba taught his devotees to hold the hand of Shraddha and Saburi and live by it, and Hanumanji is hailed as Param Bhakta. Both loved Nam Jap. Baba, in the early days of his stay in Shirdi, would ask Malsapati to place his hand on his chest while he was chanting God's name. And if the rhythm of the heart changed because of sleep, Malsapati should wake him up. Baba was devoted to the Bhakti Marg. In fact, in chapter 19, OV 25, Baba says, Jnana Marg is like Ramphal, while Bhakti is like the sweet, delicious custard apple. Both adored Lord Sri Ram, and when Baba was in a joyful mood, he often sang, Ramte Ram, Aoji, Aoji, Udyanchigoni, Laoji, Laoji. This is given in chapter 33 of the Sri Sai Satcharita. Baba revered Vishnusahasranam, which is venerating Lord Vishnu, of whose avatar is Lord Sri Ram. The Leela of giving the Vishnusahasranam to Shama is given in chapter 27 of the Sri Sai Satcharita, and explaining the benefits of reciting it is also given in detail there. In this Leela, Baba tells a devotee to recite Shri Ram Ram Rame Iti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Atatulyam Ramanama Varanane. Now I shall narrate the Leela. Leela. No one can escape the effects of karma. Her eyesight was failing, and this was the cause of constant worry for Sushilama. She felt that the deterioration of her sight would cause her to be dependent on others, and they might resent it and not take care of her. So she fervently prayed to Baba. One day she dreamt of Baba, wherein Baba told her about the law of karma. He said, "Why do you grieve about your sight? If you wish, I will grant you your sight. But remember, you will have to experience the same fate in the next life. No one, not even me, can escape the effects of karma. Think about it seriously and decide if you want to finish the balance of karma in this life or the next." She woke up before she could tell him what she decided. Yet she continued to pester him for better eyesight. The doctor operated on her and sent her home with a patch on the eye. One evening, while she slept on the terrace, a bat struck her on the eye and the patch fell down. She woke up with profuse bleeding from that eye. The doctor, on examining the eye, said it was damaged beyond repair. She persuaded the doctor to do his best. He bandaged it and kept her in the hospital for a few days. That night she dreamt that Baba himself removed the bandage and she could see clearly. The doctor examined her the next day and was astounded to see her miraculous recovery, as she could see quite clearly. Then she became worried about her next life and prayed for it. Baba was angry with her and said, "You come up with some problem or the other. Now, feed 11 blind people and offer 11 coconuts to God, and you will be freed from the evil karma forever." Sushilama carried out Baba's order and was content and at peace. Her only son was betrothed to be married. Eagerly she invited her whole family, but her brothers refused to attend the marriage due to some misunderstanding. Sushilama cried in front of Baba's picture. That night, Baba appeared in her dream and said, "Why do you worry about everything, big and small? Just go on chanting this. Shri Ram Ram Rame Iti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Atatulyam Ramanama Varanane. Then you will have no more difficulties." The meaning of the verse is, by uttering the name of Lord Sri Rama 3 times, the mind gets purified, and it is equivalent to chanting the Vishnusahasranam. She related the dream to her husband, who told her that it was a powerful mantra and she should keep chanting it. The Vishnusahasranam, or the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, is a powerful stotra, as the chanting of it is difficult and takes time. One can reap the benefits by just chanting the 4 lines that were given by Baba to Sushil Amma. Thus, Baba has bestowed on her health, spiritual instructions, and warded off many, many difficulties. This Leela was taken from Sri Sai Baba the Master, written by E. Bharadwaja. And lastly, Baba loved the Hanuman Chalisa and encouraged the devotees to recite it as many times as they could. This Leela is about such a devotee. He is told to recite the Hanuman Chalisa repeatedly. On July 17, 1946, Advocate S. Subbarao fell ill again. That morning he got up feeling hot and feverish. On the previous day he had consumed only liquids as he was unwell. That night before he went to bed he meditated on Baba and sought his help. Baba responded to his call and appeared in his dream and made him recite the Hanuman Chalisa and asked him to repeat the recitation frequently. With each recitation, Subbarao felt better and the dream ended. So the next day he did just that. He prayed to Lord Hanuman by reciting the hymn. By the end of the day he was all right. On the 18th, he again dreamt of Baba. The dream occurred early in the morning. In the dream, he and Baba were invited to a large dinner party. Baba appeared as an advocate and sat very close to him and inquired about his health. Baba also encouraged him to continue to recite the Hanuman Chalisa. Subbarao was touched by Baba's concern and kindness. He states that Baba helped him to overcome his major and minor ailments. He felt that the dream proved that Baba and Lord Hanuman are one and the same. There is an interesting anecdote about Lord Hanuman that is given in chapter 45 of Shripada Srivallabh Charitra. Shripada meets Hanuman absorbed in chanting Lord Sri Ram's name, and the following conversation takes place between them. You have transcended time and have become immortal. You have to incarnate in the Kali Yuga, that is the fourth or the Iron Age, commencing before the Christian era and ends with the destruction of the world. You are a part of me. Then Hanuman replied, avatars merge with their original nature after completing their mission on earth and lose their value and importance. But the avatar that I am going to take must be constantly connected with the Mool Tattva, that is the root or the source. I should possess all the wealth of strength and power of your ancient Mool Tattva. Then Shripada replied, after I have completed my Swami Samartha incarnation, when the time comes, I will incarnate into you and reign as Sainath. I will announce equivocally that you are my incarnation, and you will be famous as Samartha Sadguru, that is the manifestation of divinity in human form. Hanuman replied, you are Lord Datta himself. Non-duality will be accomplished when we become one. So grant me absorption into the essential nature of Lord Datta. Shripada decided that on Datta Jayanti, the consciousness of Hanuman would be transformed into Lord Datta, and thus it came to pass. This Leela is taken from Sai Sudha Magazine, Volume 7, Part 4, September 1943. I shall conclude this chapter with the renovation of the Masjid. Just as Gopal Rao Gund started the Urs, he thought he should put the Masjid in order. So to carry out the repairs, he collected stones and got them dressed. But this work was not assigned to him. This was reserved for Nana Sahib Chandorkar and the pavement work for Kaka Dikshit. First, Baba was unwilling to allow them to have the work done. But with the intervention of Malsapati, Baba gave his permission. When the pavement was completed in one night, in the masjid, Baba took a small gadi for his seat, discarding the usual piece of sackcloth used before. In 1911, the Sabha Mandap was also put in order with great labor and exertion. The open space in front of the masjid was very small and inconvenient. Kaka Sahib wanted to extend it by putting up roofing. At great expense, he got iron posts and pillars and trusses and started the work. At night, all the devotees worked hard and fixed the posts. But Baba, when he returned from the Chowdi the next morning, uprooted them and threw them away. Once it so happened that Baba got excited and caught a pole with one hand and began to shake and uproot it. With the other hand, he caught the neck of Tatya Patil. He took by force Tatya's feta, struck a match and set it on fire and threw it into the pit. At that time, Baba's eyes flashed like burning embers, and none dared to look at him. Finally, he calmed down and Baba presented Tatya with a beautifully embroidered feta.